Hi students, welcome to this lesson, the role of colors versus fine arts, part 1. In this lesson, I try to connect the link between fine arts and colors. As you all know, the fine arts constitute the following 6 arts: drawing, painting, sculpture, dance, drama and music. Cinema is considered as the 7th art. If not all, some of these arts are certainly associated with colors. In this lesson, I try to show how the colors is associated with some forms of fine arts such as drawing, painting and sculpture. Starting with the definition of the fine arts, I try to speak to you all around a spectrum of the arts, including the aesthetic theory, that is both Western and Indian, that have direct connection with the colors in this lesson. We may be also getting known that some of the fine arts such as music may not show a direct relationship with the colors, but we would certainly offer an insight into the indirect link between the music and the colors. What is the definition of fine art? How many types of definitions are there for fine arts? What is aesthetic? How important is it to understand the complexity of colors as part of aesthetic visual communication? What are the important fine arts that we need to study and relate them to the role of colors? How colors have made the corresponding fine arts vibrant and dynamic? Definition of fine arts. According to dictionary, a fine art is defined as a creative art, especially visual art, whose products are to be appreciated primarily or solely for their imaginative, aesthetic or intellectual content. In European academic traditions, fine art is an art developed primarily for aesthetic or beauty, distinguish it from the decorative art or applied art, which also has to serve some practical function such as pottery or most metal work. Then comes the question, in how many ways the fine arts are understood. The traditional categories within the arts include literature, including poetry, drama, story and so on; the visual arts, painting, drawing, sculpture, etc.; the graphic arts, painting, drawing, design and other forms expressed on flat surfaces; the plastic arts, sculpture and modeling; the decorative arts, enamel work, etc. To speak in brief, the following 6 arts constitute the most important fine arts. The fine arts constitute the following 6 arts: drawing, painting, sculpture, dance, drama and music. But if one goes by a critical analysis, the traditional subdivision of arts being architecture, sculpture, painting, literature, music, performing and film. The different permutations and combinations that are possible among the arts that give rise to different items like visual arts, graphic arts, plastic arts and decorative arts. But as you look at them, you realize some of the fine arts are common in different and assorted categories. However, viewed from a narrow boundary between these different terms or categories of the fine arts, you realize the contribution of each art, though repeated in different groups, is not the same. In a combination, each art works uniquely, distinctly and offers a wonderful spectacle of its performance. When you look at each of these fine arts, how do you feel like understanding it? A visual art is to be understood to have come into existence primarily for the aesthetic purposes and judged for its beauty and meaningfulness, specifically painting, sculpture, drawing, watercolor, graphics and architecture. Some of the fine arts do not have any direct relationship to the colors and to their aesthetic appeal. But all said and done, some scholars consider some fine arts as derivatives of other fine arts. For instance, some view literature, painting, sculpture and music as the main 4 arts, of which the others are derivative. Drama is literature with acting, dance is music expressed through motion and song is music with literature and voice. This is how I tend to define the direct and indirect relationships between some arts and other arts. As you are being introduced to the role of fine arts as the core constituents of aesthetics in visual communication, I make an effort to give a brief outline of each of the fine arts under study now. Drawing is defined as an activity of making marks on a surface so as to create an image, form or shape. There are different types of drawing modes. Illustration drawing. These are drawings that are created to represent the layout of a particular document. Life drawing. Drawings that result from direct or real observation are life drawings. Emotive drawing. Drawings that evoke an emotional appeal. Analytic drawing. Drawings that offer an insight beyond the words speak. It required an analysis. Perspective drawing. The drawing that conveys a view or elaborate a concept or idea. Diagrammatic drawing. This is a drawing that is viewed as a supplementary support to the main text. Usually, such drawings are found in the textbooks prescribed for different subjects. Geometric drawing. This is a drawing that explains the concept or an idea with geometric images. Elements of art, group of aspects of a work of art used in teaching and analysis in combination with the principles of art. They are texture, form, line, color, value and shape. Perspective, the principle of creating the illusion of three-dimensionality on a two-dimensional source such as a paper. This is achieved by using one or more vanishing points. Line perspective or making the atmosphere grayer, blurrier and smaller as it goes further back. Atmospheric perspective, principles of art, set of guidelines of art to be considered concerning the impact of piece of artwork in combination with the elements of art. They are movement, unity, harmony, variety, balance, emphasis, contrast, proportion and pattern. Drawings are useful in storytelling. There are various ways of storytelling. Anime. Anime is hand-drawn and computer animation originating from or associated with Japan. The word anime is the Japanese term for animation, which means all forms of animated media. Outside Japan, anime refers specifically to animation from Japan or as Japanese disseminated animation style, often characterized by colorful graphics, vibrant characters and fantastic themes. The culturally abstract approach to the word's meaning may open up the possibility of anime produced in countries other than Japan. Mainly Westerners strictly view anime as a Japanese animation product. Some scholars suggest defining anime as specifically or quintessentially Japanese may be related to a new form of Orientalism. The earliest commercial Japanese animation dates to 1917 and Japanese anime production has since continued to increase steadily. The characteristic anime art style emerged in 1960s with the works of Osamu Tezuka and spread internationally in the late 20th century, developing a large domestic and international audience. Anime is distributed theatrically by way of television broadcast directly to home media and over the internet. It is classified into numerous categories targeting diverse, broad and niche audiences. Anime is a diverse art form with distinctive production methods and techniques that have been adopted over time in response to emergent technologies. It combines graphic art, characterization, cinematography and other forms of imaginative and individualistic techniques. The production of anime focuses less on the animation of movement and more on the realism of settings as well as in the use of camera effects, including panning, zooming and angle shots. Being hand-drawn, anime is separated from reality by a crucial gap of fiction that provides an ideal path for escapism that audiences can immerse themselves into with relative ease. Japanese anime accounts for 60% of the world's animated television shows as of 2016. Comics is a medium used to express ideas through images, often combined with text or other visual information. Frequently, comics take in the form of sequences of panels of images, often textual devices such as speech, balloons, captions and onomatopoeia, the formation of a word from a sound associated with what is named. Example, cuckoo, sizzle indicate the dialogue, narration, sound effects or other information. The size and arrangement of panels contribute to narrative pacing. Cartooning and similar forms of illustration are the most common image-making means in comics. Fumetti is a form which uses photographic images. Common forms including comic strips, editorial and gap cartoons and comic books. Since the late 20th century, bound volumes such as graphic novels, comic albums and tankobon have become increasingly common, while online web comics have proliferated in the 21st century with the advent of internet. The history of comics has followed different paths in different cultures. Scholars have posited a prehistory as far back as Lascaux cave paintings in France. By the mid-20th century, comics flourished, particularly in the United States, Western Europe, especially France, Belgium and Japan. The history of European comics is often traced to Rodolphe Taffer's cartoon strips of 1830s, but the medium truly became popular in the 1930s following the success of strips and books such as The Adventures of Tintin. American comics emerged as mass medium in the early 20th century With the advent of newspaper comic strips, magazine style comic books followed in the 1930s, in which the superhero genre became prominent after Superman appeared in 1938. Histories of Japanese comics and cartooning manga proposed origins as early as the 12th century. Modern comic strips emerged in Japan in the early 20th century, and the output of comics, magazines and books rapidly expanded in the post-World War II era. With the popularity of cartoonists such as Osamu Tezuka, comics have had a lowbrow reputation for much of its history, but towards the end of the 20th century began to find greater acceptance with the public and academics. The term comics are used as a singular noun when it refers to the medium, but becomes plural when referring to a particular instance, such as individual strips or comic books. Though the term derives from the humorous comic work that predominated in the early American newspaper comic strips, it has become standard for non-humorous works too. In English, it is common to refer to the comics of different cultures by the terms used in their original languages, such as manga for Japanese comics or bandis dessinées for French language comics. Cartoons is a type of illustration, possibly animated, typically in a non-realistic or semi-realistic style. The specific meaning has evolved over time, but the modern usage usually refers to either an image or a series of images intended for satire, caricature or humor, or a motion picture that relies on a sequence of illustrations for its animation. Someone who creates cartoons in the first sense is called a cartoonist, and in the second sense they are usually called an animator. The concept originated in the Middle Ages and first described a preparatory drawing for a piece of art, such as painting, fresco, a painting done rapidly in watercolors on wet plaster on a wall or ceiling so that the colors penetrate the plaster and become fixed as it dries. Tapestry, a piece of thick textile fabric with pictures or designs formed by weaving colored weft threads or by embroidering on canvas, used as a wall hanging or soft furnishing or stained glass window in the 19th century beginning. In Punch magazine in 1843, cartoon came to refer ironically at first to humorous illustrations in magazines and newspapers. In the early 20th century, it began to refer to animated films which resembled print cartoons. Manga are comics or graphic novels created in Japan using the Japanese language and conforming to a style developed in Japan in the late 19th century. They have a long and complex prehistory in the earlier Japanese art. The term manga in Japan is used to refer to both comics and cartooning. Outside Japan, the word is used to refer to comics originally published in Japan. In Japan, people of all ages read manga. The medium includes works in a broad range of genres: action, adventure, business, commerce, comedy, detective, drama, historical, horror, mystery, romance, science, fiction and fantasy, erotica. Manga has become an increasingly major part of the Japanese publishing industry. By 1995, the manga market in Japan was valued at yen 586.4 billion, with annual sales of 1.9 billion manga books and manga magazines in Japan, equivalent to 15 issues per person. Manga have also gained a significant worldwide audience in 2008. In the US and Canada, the manga market was valued at $175 million. Manga represents 38% of the French comics market, which is equivalent to approximately 10 times that of the United States. In France, the manga market was valued at about $460 million in 2005. In Europe and the Middle East, the market was valued at $250 million in 2012. Manga stories are typically printed in black and white due to time constraints, artistic reasons, as coloring could lessen the impact of the artwork and to keep printing costs low, although some full color manga exist. In Japan, manga are usually serialized in large manga magazines, often containing many stories, each presented in a single episode to be continued in the next issue. Collected chapters are usually republished in tankobon volumes, frequently but not exclusively paperback books. A manga artist, mangaka in Japanese, typically works with a few assistants in a small studio and is associated with a creative editor from a commercial publishing company. If a manga series is popular enough, it may be animated after or during its turn. Sometimes manga are drawn that are based on previous live action or animated films. Manga influenced comics among original works exist in other parts of the world, particularly in Algeria, China, Hong Kong. Painting is the practice of applying paint, pigment, color or other medium to a solid surface called the matrix or support. The medium is commonly applied to the base with a brush, but other implements such as knives, sponges, airbrushes can be used. The final work is also called painting. Painting is an important form in the visual arts, bringing in elements such as drawing, gesture as in gestural painting, composition, narration in narrative art, or abstraction as in abstract art. Paintings can be naturalistic and representational as in a still life or landscape painting, photographic, abstract, narrative, symbolistic art, emotive as in expressionism, or practical in nature as in artivism. A portion of the history of painting in both Eastern and Western art is dominated by religious art. Examples of this kind of painting range from artwork depicting mythological figures on pottery to biblical scenes, Sistine Chapel ceiling to scenes from the life of Buddha or other images of Eastern religious origin. In art, the term painting describes both the act and the result of the action. The support for paintings includes such as surfaces as walls, paper, canvas, wood, glass, lacquer, pottery, leaf, copper and concrete. And the painting may incorporate multiple other materials including sand, clay, paper, plaster, gold leaf as well as objects. History. The oldest known paintings are at Grotte Chauvet in France, which some historians believe are about 32,000 years old. They are engraved and painted using red ochre and black pigment, and they show horses, rhinoceros, lions, buffalo, mammoth, abstract designs and what are possibly partial human figures. However, the earliest evidence of the act of painting has been discovered in two rock shelters in Arnhem Land in northern Australia. In the lowest layer of material at these sites are used pieces of ochre estimated to be 60,000 years old. Archaeologists have also found a fragment of rock painting preserved in limestone rock shelter in the Kimberley region of northwestern Australia that is dated 40,000 years old. There are examples of cave paintings all over the world in Italy, France, Spain, Portugal, China, Australia, Mexico, etc. In Western cultures, oil paintings or watercolor have rich and complex traditions in style and subject matter. In the East, ink and coloring historically predominated the choice of media with equally rich and complex traditions. The invention of photography had a major impact on painting. In the decades after the first photograph was produced in 1829, photographic process improved and became more widely practiced, depriving painting much of its historic purpose to provide an accurate record of the observable world. A series of art movements in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, notably Impressionism, Post-Impressionism, Fauvism, Expressionism and Dadaism, challenged the Renaissance view of the world. Eastern and African painting, however, continued a long history of stylization and did not undergo an equivalent transformation at the same time. Modern and contemporary art has moved away from the historic value of craft and documentation in favor of concept, leading some to say in the 1960s that painting as a serious art form is dead. This has not deterred the majority of living painters from continuing the practice of painting either as whole or part of their work. Vitality and versatility of painting in 21st century defies the previous declarations of its demise. In an epoch characterized by the idea of pluralism, there is no consensus as to a representative style of the age. Artists continue to make important works of art in a wide variety of styles and aesthetic temperaments. Their merits are left to the public and the marketing place to judge. Color made up of hue, saturation and value dispersed over a surface in the essence of painting, just as pitch and rhythm are the essence of music. Color is highly subjective but has observable psychological effects, although these can differ from one culture to the next. Black is associated with mourning in the West, but in the East, white is. Some painters, theoreticians, writers and scientists including Goethe, Kandinsky and Newton have written their own color theory. Moreover, the use of language is only an abstraction for a color equivalent. The word red, for example, can cover a wide range of variations from the pure red of the visible spectrum of light. There is not a formalized register of different colors in the way that there is agreement on different notes in music, such as F or C's. For a painter, color is not simply divided into basic and derived, complementary or mixed colors like red, blue, green, brown, etc. Painters deal practically with pigments, so blue for a painter can be any of the blues: phthalocyanin blue, Prussian blue, indigo, cobalt blue, ultramarine, and so on. Psychological and symbolical meanings of color are not, strictly speaking, means of painting. Colors only add to the potential derived context of meanings, and because of this, the perception of painting is highly subjective. The analogy with music is quite clear. Sound in music, like a C note, is analogous to the light in painting. Shades to dynamics, and coloration is to the painting as the specific timbre of musical instruments is to music. These elements do not necessarily form a melody in music of themselves, rather they can add different context to it. Pastel is a painting medium in the form of stick consisting of pure powdered pigment and a binder. The pigments used in pastels are the same as those used to produce all colored art media, including oil paints. The binder is of a neutral hue and low saturation. The color effect of pastels is closer to the natural dry pigments than that of any other process. Because of the surface of pastel painting is a fragile and easily smudged. Preservation requires protective measures such as framing under the glass. It may also be sprayed with a fixative. Nonetheless, when made with permanent pigments and properly cared for, a pastel painting endure unchanged for centuries. Pastels are not susceptible, as are paintings made with a fluid medium, to the cracking and discoloration that result from changes in the color, capacity or dimensions of the medium as art. Acrylic paint is fast drying paint containing pigment suspension in acrylic polymer emulsion. Acrylic paints can be diluted with water but become water resistant when dry. Depending on how much the paint is diluted with water or modified with acrylic gels, media or paste, the finished acrylic painting can resemble a watercolor or an oil painting or have its own unique characteristic not attainable with other media. The main practical difference between most acrylics and oil paints is the inherent drying time. Oils allow for more time to blend colors and apply even glazes over underpaintings. This slow drying aspect of oil can be seen as an advantage for certain techniques, but may also impede the artist's ability to work quickly. Watercolor is a painting method in which the paints are made of pigments suspended in a water-soluble vehicle. The traditional and most common support for watercolor paintings is paper. Other supports include papyrus, bark papers, plastics, vellum or leather, wood and canvas. In East Asia, watercolor painting with inks is referred to as brush painting or scroll painting. In Chinese, Korean and Japanese painting, it has been the dominant medium, often in monochrome black or browns. India, Ethiopia and other countries also have long traditions. Finger painting with watercolor paints originated in China. Watercolor pencils, water-soluble color pencils, may be used either wet or dry. Ink paintings are done with a liquid that contains pigments and or dyes and is used to color a surface. To produce an image, text or design, ink is used for drawing with a pen, brush or quill. Ink can be a complex medium composed of solvents, pigments, dyes, resins, lubricants and solubilizers, surfactants, matter, fluorescents and other materials. The components of the ink serve many purposes. The ink's carrier, colorants and other additives control flow and thickness of the ink and its appearance when dry. There are other forms of painting such as hot wax or encaustic, fresco, gouache, enamel, spray paint and tempera. This lesson offered a vivid picture of how colors associated themselves with various forms of fine arts. There is no fine art that can exist without an association with colors. Towards proving this, the lessons placed before the students several important parameters. One such important parameter is the definition of the fine art itself. The lesson explained the different categories of the fine arts and how its combinations adduce multiple varieties in the fine arts. The lesson also dealt with each fine art in detail. Firstly, we dealt with drawing and then moved on to painting. In this part of the lesson, the drawing is explained in the first instance and how different drawings are perceived. Following this, the paintings are defined and various forms of paintings have been explained. The significance of paintings and their commercial standing in the international markets have also been explained.